Hey friends, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel Phyrra. I know it's been a while. I will probably catch up on where I've been in another video. But today's video is going to be all about the KVD Vegan Beauty Good Apple Beauty Balm. Now before I jump into this review, I want to give you a little bit of background about my skin so that you have some idea of why I feel the way I feel. I'm 42 years old. I have dry skin that is sensitive. I have rosacea. I have a little bit of texture. I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation. So those are pretty much I'm concerned with fine lines and anti-aging. So there's pretty much my skin concerns and everything. I tend to really like cream products, so I was very excited when I did see this come out. Let me go ahead and share swatches with you first. First we have the KVD Vegan Beauty True Portrait Shake Foundation in the shade Light 002. This foundation I can never get to look great in my skin, but it looks wonderful in the swatch. Then we have KVD Vegan Beauty Good Apple Beauty Balm in Light 002. Then we have Milk Makeup Flex Stick Foundation in Porcelain. This is my go-to daily wear foundation in general. I love this product. Next is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Stick Foundation in the shade Angel Food. And I really love the finish of this foundation. Next we have a product that was gifted to me. This is not a cruelty-free product, but I included it because a lot of people ask for a MAC comparison. This is MAC NW13 Studio Skin Stick Foundation. This is Juvia's Place Shade Stick Foundation in Tokyo. And then the last but not least, I included NYX Born to Glow Radiant Foundation in the shade Pale. Most of the foundations that I showed you are basically very fair neutral to cool yellow. Those are the undertones that I look for when I'm buying foundation because those are the undertones that work best on me. I feel like I am a cool yellow, so neutral to cool yellow works best on my skin tone. So I purchased the KVD Vegan Beauty Good Apple Beauty Balm from KVD's website. It was $38. I also bought a blush at that time, Honeysuckle. Apparently this foundation is sold out everywhere right now, so you can't even pick it up. But I think that's because basically it's sold out based off of TikTok reviews or something, which is, I guess, great for the brand. But I was definitely, I wanted to try this because I love cream stick foundations. They are my favorite product for applying foundation these days. It's a cream stick. Something that's really easy and you can build it up. So when I saw that KVD came out with this, I was excited because I'm like, yes, I love buildable coverage. Yes, I love cream products. I'm hoping this is going to be awesome. Now, I think that there are basically 6 claims on the Sephora website for this foundation. One is that it's full coverage. I absolutely feel that that claim is true because it has buildable coverage. This is a cream product. So for me, what I like to do is apply a light layer all over and then tap up to where I need opacity for under my eyes. If I have dark circles or blemishes, I just tap up for opacity. So I totally believe that it's full coverage in that regard. It is vegan. It also claims to be hydrating, which I do think it's hydrating. It claims to have recyclable packaging. It does. I actually really like the packaging, by the way. I know this clear packaging is not something a lot of people like, but I think it's fine. I like black or clear if it's got a little kind of design like this. I don't mind this at all. Let's see. It says it's hydrating. I definitely feel like it's hydrating. And then it says it has a matte finish. I don't feel that this is a matte finish. In my opinion, the finish on this foundation is more like a satin matte or a slightly radiant matte, like some of the newer foundations that have come out over the past couple years. And then the last claim is that this is a long-wearing foundation, and in my experience, it has not been long-wearing. So I did 2 different wear tests on my Instagram stories with this foundation. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put my name right up here. It's Phyrra. And for the first wear test I did, I just put this on top of my Supergoop Unseen SPF 40, which is my daily wear facial SPF. And I set it with the KVD setting powder in Fair. And it just didn't look good. I have allergies, so I have to blow my nose. It completely wore off my nose. It wore off some of my cheeks. It just wore off and looked patchy. And I just didn't feel it looked good. It didn't last till 5 o'clock. And I work from home. I work at my desk from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It didn't look good, at all, especially by the end of the day, but I think it was looking bad by 2 o'clock. So I was like, okay, maybe I used the wrong setting powder. Maybe I should have used a primer. I'll go ahead and do that with my next wear test. So the next wear test that I tried, I used my go-to Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer and put that all over. I let it set for 60 seconds. Then I applied the KVD Good Apple Vegan Beauty Balm. And then I set it with my Cosette Essential Powder in C1, which is my favorite setting powder that I've been using for I think 3 or 4 years at this point now. I always repurchase this. It works really, really well for me. So I set it and I was like, okay, it looks good right now. Let's see how it lasts throughout the day. And it held up much better with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer and Cosette Essential C1 Setting Powder, but it didn't last all day. It settled into my pores. I started looking like I was having like a lot of breakthrough shine and grease, which I have dry skin. That doesn't normally happen. I don't normally look like a grease ball, but that's kind of how I felt like I looked. And I really didn't like how it settled into like the pores along the side of my face, and just, it didn't look great. So I was like, well, I guess this foundation really isn't for me. When I was asking people on my Instagram stories and in the Phyrra Facebook group, I got all kinds of like range of responses. People told me initially it looked great, which I feel like it looked great, and that later on it looked like it was sitting on top of my skin as opposed to being seamless with my face. They felt like they could see like it looked like a mask, so that wasn't particularly good. That's not what I'm looking for. So I called my bestie Mickey, who, as you know, is a makeup artist for the WWE, and he used to be a makeup artist for Urban Decay, and explained my problems with this foundation. And he actually suggested that I try Becca's Hydra Matte Powder to mattify it, and put that on first before I put on anything else, then put this down, and then put another layer of the Hydra Matte down again. Basically, he was talking about how he would prep for oily skin, and he's like, your skin isn't oily, but you're having an oily response, and this is how you could prep for it. So the conclusion I've come to after talking with Mickey is that this foundation is probably not for me. Maybe it could be, maybe he'll figure out a way to make it work for me, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work not using the products that I normally use. So I found that really disappointing that, you know, $38 foundation down the drain, can't return it. So who do I think this foundation is for? I think that this foundation is for people who have extremely dry skin. I think that if you are as dry as I am, it's not going to be good for you because you may end up having like the extra weird shine breakthrough. The foundation may break up, it may settle in your pores. Maybe it's better suited for younger skin. Maybe it's because I'm 42. Maybe this is just not made for mature skin. But I take really good care of my skin, so I'm just really not sure. What do I love about it? I love the shade. So what I love about this foundation is I love the shade range. I love the packaging. I love that it's recyclable. I love that it is a cream product. I just wish it was a product that worked for me. So yeah, I was disappointed by this because I really wanted to love it. I love cream products, and I just really couldn't make it work for me. Although I do have that caveat, like I mentioned, is that I have found cream compact foundations to be hit or miss for me. Cover FX's cream compact foundation worked beautifully. I feel like sometimes the Ritual de Fille compact foundation looks good to me, and other times I don't feel it looks good. I feel like that one actually works better for me as a concealer. And this one, I don't know. I'm really sad about it. So anyway, if you have seen the KVD Good Apple Vegan Beauty Balm, what do you think of it? If you tried it, how did it work for you? Did you have a better experience than mine, a different experience? And if so, what is your skin type? I definitely want to know. Please tell me in the comments what you think of this foundation. And if you know, like whatever experience you've had with it, positive or negative, I want to hear. All right, I miss you all so much. So I'm glad to be back, and I love you, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.